There are a bunch of tutorial videos available on how to defeat Elder Dragon Greyoll in Elden Ring for almost 100,000 runes, but no videos that I can find on the quickest way to do it at the start of a new game, so that's what I'll be explaining here. Before we start, I don't recommend doing this on your first playthrough. It's more rewarding to level up through exploration and learning the mechanics of the game. But if you're more experienced and want to experiment with a new build, this is a great way to get started quickly. Oh, and why not subscribe for more Elden Ring content, you selfish. Start the game and enter Limgrave as normal. Head to the Church of Ela and then Gatefront to get the spectral steed whistle from Melina. From here, head back to the starting point and then west down the cliffside to the beach. Pick up the gold-pickled fowl's foot at the south end of the beach. Back at Gatefront, head through the gate and up the hill till you reach Stormhill Shack. Get the stone sword key outside the shack and then head east to raid these tombs. You'll need this money later. From here, go northeast, past Warrior Jar Alexander, and cross the bridge with the Pumpkinhead. Head along the south side of Summonwater Village, picking up the Turtle Talisman if you want, and then continue east into Caelid. At the border, head for the far side of the church and go round the back to avoid the fight with the invader. Then continue east to the Balcony Site of Grace. From here, go northeast towards the Minor Erdtree in the distance, stopping at Sites of Grace along the way. When you reach Greyoll's Dragon Barrow, activate the Site of Grace. You can also reach here a bit quicker by taking the teleporter behind the Third Church of Marika, but you have to get past 2 bosses on this route, and if you're inexperienced, it's probably more dangerous. But then everything's dangerous in Caelid, so pick your poison, I guess. Once you've reached Greyoll's Dragon Barrow, the next step is to acquire a bleed weapon, which is required for every build except the Samurai, who already has one. Go north up the hill to the isolated shack. Watch out for the giant dog raptor things, and activate the Site of Grace here. This is where you want to buy the spiked Caestus fists. The beauty of these is that they can be wielded by almost any starting character with no need to level up, so for most they're the quickest way to get a bleed weapon. Except for the hero class, who'll need to level up 1 dexterity point. The fists cost 4,000 runes though, so you might have to go back to Limgrave to collect these if you don't have enough already. Finding tombs is the quickest way. There are several easy ones in Limgrave and Stormvale. Before you backtrack for the runes though, fast travel back down the hill and head southeast through Greyoll's Dragon Barrow. We need to reach the far side of Dragon Greyoll. I recommend either scaling the cliffs to your left using Torrent, or keep to the right to try and avoid the worst of the dragons here. It doesn't really matter if you're spotted, as long as you keep moving and make it to the Site of Grace at Fort Faroth, where you can rest if you're being followed. This is where we want to be to kill Greyoll, so backtrack for runes and to buy the spiked Caestus if you need to, then return here. The next part you probably know already. Find the sweet spot near the end of Greyoll's tail and then get to work. We need the bleed weapon because Greyoll has a ton of health and you'll be here all day otherwise. Remember to 2-hand equip the fists as well, or it'll take even longer. When its health is close to 0, eat the gold-pickled fowl's foot, which boosts the amount of runes you'll get. This effect lasts for 3 minutes, but I recommend not doing it too early, in case it takes you longer than usual to get Greyoll to 0 health. It's easy to miss your swings here for some reason. The green turtle talisman will help you get the job done quicker if you picked it up. Once you've beaten her, you'll claim your reward. This will let you ascend to around level 30 in one go. Nice. Just make sure you spend those runes before some monster in Caelid catches you. Have fun.